Hello and welcome to this follow-up video that I'm creating for you. In this video I'm just going to answer the question, or at least address it. I don't know if I'll completely answer it, but hopefully at least give you some insight as to whether or not Craft Inspector is a good alternative to eRank and or Marmalead. So if you're thinking of an alternative to eRank or Marmalead, then this video may be worth your time. I'm not going to say that Craft Inspector is a complete alternative to eRank or Marmalead, because Craft Inspector has features that aren't necessarily part of eRank or Marmalead. And likewise, eRank and Marmalead can do a few things that Craft Inspector doesn't. So there are two main differences between eRank/Marmalead and Craft Inspector. So for one, eRank and Marmalead are recurring payments. Craft Inspector, at least currently, as today is November 17th, 2020. So as of right now, Craft Inspector is currently a one-time payment investment. So there's a savings there. And secondly, probably the biggest difference between the two is that eRank and Marmalead have a sort of traffic light system, in the sense that that's what they use, like green, yellow, and red, or some sort of color designation to indicate whether a competition in a certain niche in Etsy is low, medium, hard, generally speaking. Craft Inspector, on the other hand, reveals data about your competition, but might not clearly, or not, at least not necessarily, show you how tough the competition is. Now, having said that, Craft Inspector can reveal like the number of like shops or products being listings, that is, for a given keyword, and then from there you can sort of deduce what the competition is. Like Craft Inspector might show you X number of products for a certain keyword. So if there's a lot of products, then maybe the competition is higher. So you can sort of make that deduction, but it doesn't give you the color-coded system that you might see on eRank and Marmalead. What I've decided to do here is, since we're on the topic of eRank and Marmalead, I just wanted to log into my eRank account here, and I'm sure that Marmalead is sort of similar, at least as far as I'm trying to explain, in the sense that, as you see here, where it says Etsy competition in this middle area, you see it's sort of red. For the keyword I put in here is handmade, and that's my point, is that eRank has like a color-coded way of telling you what's red, meaning high competition, and a lower competition be a different color. Craft Inspector, and by the way, one thing I like about Craft Inspector is that Dave, I think he's a software engineer, the vendor behind Craft Inspector, because I'm also a customer of one of his other products, and routinely he makes updates to it. So it's very good to see that a vendor makes updates to their products on a frequent basis. As I mentioned earlier, today is November 17th, and I think this product launched yesterday, and already there's a new update. That's what you see here, new version available. I'm going to close it now, I'll update it later. Oops, that's not what I meant. Let me just do this. One thing I just wanted to show you quickly is, so I typed handmade into eRank, type handmade here, click on go. And here you're getting, with this component of Craft Inspector, you're seeing, you're in the keyword generator component. So what you're seeing here is a number of suggested keywords that that Craft Inspector is suggesting. In fact, it's not even Craft Inspector that's suggesting these, it's Etsy that suggests these. And at the end of this video, I'll link to my other video, my review, and you can watch that for a bit more detail about this. What I should probably do, what would be better is if I go to the product search component, then click on search. Oops. Now it's working in the background, gathering all this data. I don't know if I'll let it, because I don't want to keep you here waiting too long. I don't know if I'll let it carry through the full course of its search, but I'm just doing this to show you that the Craft Inspector does give you data on products, and if the number of products that you see, as I said earlier, you can, or actually number of listings for a given keyword, you can probably come to a conclusion that if there's like thousands of listings or hundreds, depending on how big your market is, it probably means that the competition might be tough or easy or medium. It depends. So that's it in a nutshell. So in conclusion, I'm not sure that, I don't know that I would say that Craft Inspector is a direct alternative to eRank or Marmalead, because they do, broadly speaking, they do very similar things. They help you achieve a similar goal, but they're not exactly 100% identical. Both have, they all have features that the others don't. But I do think I definitely think that they can be complementary to each other, right? If you're already paying for Marmalead or eRank and you have the budget, then I would suggest considering Craft Inspector, because it's a one-time fee, and the data you get from Craft Inspector will definitely complement the data you're getting from eRank or Marmalead. So I do think it's worth having in your research toolbox. So please click the link below to go to my Craft Inspector review.